back to the More YouTube channel. It's Chris back with my thought stroke rant of the day. Just a thought, this one. Quite funny, actually, in a weird way. The news has been doing the rounds about the shocking, shamed Ivan Toney, who's been banned for 8 months for 232 violations of the betting rules. That obviously professional footballers aren't allowed to bet on games. This guy has got a serious rap sheet. No wonder that he was binned out of the England setup. He won't be playing football for 8 months. A very talented player when he plays, but obviously a bit of a knob. So there's 40 seconds before I score mark in some capacity, so I'm getting better. So the big story really for us in terms of Newcastle United is that apparently Ivan Toney placed 13 bets against Newcastle or involving Newcastle while he was a player for Newcastle. He was on loan to Wigan. And he bet for us to lose 11 times. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a gambling man. PK is our gambling man. Bet responsibly if you do bet, unlike Ivan Toney. But I must admit, that's a safe bet probably back then, back in 2016-17, for Newcastle to lose most games because we were utter dog shit. So it doesn't surprise me at all really that Ivan Toney has obviously been outed and all the shocking revelations of what he's been doing has been happening. Apparently he was telling his mate when he was starting a game. I think he bet against Wigan as well when he was in the squad. He wasn't in the lineup, he was in the squad. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. Apparently Toney is still gambling. He's still gambling on online gambling sites and everything else, but he is trying to get help for his addiction. Now, gambling is an addiction. I used to work with a great guy, who did go to GA, never really told us openly and honestly, just kind of slipped down a conversation over a couple of beers as it always does. But gambling is a problem, and Ivan Toney clearly has a problem, and let's hope the guy can get some help for his problem, and when he comes back and plays, he realises that he can't bet on football, certainly on football games that he's playing. But in terms of Newcastle United, the whole Ivan Toney Newcastle United relationship is a little bit funny. Some people think we let him go too soon. Didn't really do anything here, to be honest with you. Adam Armstrong did more than him. We'll let him go. The whole talk about Ivan Toney and Newcastle really is irrelevant to me. I think when we played Brentford, he made this big song and dance about it, about beating his chest and cupping his ear at the fans, and half the people in that crowd wouldn't even fucking around with that play for us, to be brutally honest with you. But it doesn't surprise me in the slightest that he bet against Newcastle back then to lose because we were shit, as I said before. So yeah, that shouldn't surprise anybody really. It's probably making more Newcastle fans laugh, really, in all honesty. But the big question with Ivan Toney is what happens to him in the next 8 months. Now, he was a very marketable, sellable asset by Brentford. He was getting linked to Manchester United, loads of other clubs. There was talk about us apparently interested in him. I personally wouldn't want him back. I think his character's wrong. It isn't just the gambling thing. The whole fuck Brentford thing when he was on holiday and stuff like that was wrong. I think he's a wrong character, bad apple. I wouldn't want him anywhere near the football club. I think he would ruin the ambience of the squad. Let us know in the comments below if you think I'm wrong, if you think you would want Toney back. But this is really going to set his career back. I can't see any big teams really want to take a punt on the lad, but he can't play football for 8 months. Yes, Suarez was banned for ages. Yes, Cantona was banned for ages. They are much better players than this kid is, or maybe ever will be, in all fairness. He's a very good player. He's not Suarez or Cantona level. So this 8-month ban could really set this kid's career back. And obviously when he comes back, if Brentford is still willing to take him back, it comes back and scores loads of goals. It'll all be forgotten about, as fickle as football always is. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me that all these shocking revelations are coming out of the woodwork and that Newcastle United were involved in it, because he's obviously had a problem from a very young age. Maybe you can point to the support mechanism in the sport, with young players maybe not looking after them long enough, well enough, teaching them at a young age about the dangers of gambling and how they have responsibilities as footballers to set an example and not to gamble. Maybe that's an issue, or maybe he's just got a bad attitude. Maybe he's got a huge chip on his shoulder. He does appear to be that way, to be brutally honest with you. I can't get my mind away from that thing on the holiday when he said fuck Brentford. That to me just didn't sit down well with me. If I was a Brentford fan, I'd have been livid. Yes, the kid's a good player, but do you really want players who think they're bigger than the club? And that's what Toney stinks of to me. But he's going to be out of the game for 8 months. He'll have all the time to do scratch cards and bet on gambling websites if he wants to, but hopefully he pulls himself away from that. And I wouldn't bet on anything with Newcastle now, mate, unless you're betting on us to win games, because we are quality right now. So that's the only bet you should be making, Toney. Bet responsibly, as I always say, guys. I won't take the piss out of it. It is a serious problem. But again, it is quite humorous that he was betting against us as a lone player, because you obviously know how crap we were. That's me done for today's thought of the day.
this is the kind of thing you like, guys, smash the button, come and join us. We'd love you to come and join us. We're over 3,600 subs. I will be back with post-match preview, the match preview. Can't get my teeth right. Been in the sun too long a day. Lovely day, scorching hot. So we're back with a match preview for the Chelsea game and the live post-match review. That'll be us done for the season, and we'll have our end of season awards show, and we'll have loads of rumour hazards and thought and rant of the days just like this. So smash that button, like this video, help get it around YouTube, help the channel grow. We'll catch you later, everyone. Have a cracking bank holiday weekend. Hopefully the mags sign off in style, and we'll see you later. Cheers, bye.